everyone. I just want to basically share that I had amazing time with Reset by Design Wellness in Bali. I know you probably seen all of the pictures, all of the videos on social media with Bondi. That was a great experience. I just want to encourage you that if you're still on the fence about going on the trip, just do it. I was one of those ones who was kind of hesitant because I didn't know what to expect. I was scared of traveling by myself. But to be honest, the only regret I have is not doing it soon enough. Meeting all the ladies, everyone was welcoming. They welcomed me with open arms. They were extremely inviting. Everything was wonderful. Ty is amazing. She was very personable, easy to talk to. Any problems that you had or any questions or concerns, she was there and willing to help to make the experience comfortable for each individual. I just want to say thank you to Bundy, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be able to attend the trip, because I probably wouldn't even know about it. Sakina, thank you for your words of wisdom. I always have them with me. And to anyone who needs a reset and you want to go on this trip, don't hesitate any longer. Just book the trip. Don't wait on your friends. You need this trip for you. Like, your friends will see you and they'll want to come later, but you need this for you. And I hope to see you on another retreat, because this definitely will not be my last retreat attending. And hope to see you soon. Bye.
Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Now come on in. Now come. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm weird. Whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video. Right?
What's up, y'all? Hold up. There we go. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. I'm back for a little Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Tea or whatever. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Oh, girl, it's so much going on in these streets. Okay, so much going on. Not really, but we're gonna cover a little bit of stuff before we get into the Labor Day weekend. I hope y'all have a really great weekend. It's a real cute Saturday around here. Okay. I'm going to my family's call game tomorrow, girl. I'm excited. Okay. Um, about to go be around my messy aunties and stuff. So, like, I'm about to have a good time, girl. I'm excited about it. All right. Makai, thank you so much for the super chat, busting it out the park, out the gate, the beginning of the live. Thank you. Bondi, I needed this live. Grad school has me busy. All right, girl. Well, you keep on pushing, okay? Like your leaders tell you to. All right. Keep pushing, girl. I'm proud of you. Because I feel like I remember when you graduated, if I'm correct. Because I be trying to remember everybody, because y'all know it's always a a lot of people, that's members and that stick with me over the years. But come on now. Congratulations, girl. Keep pushing. We're about to get into it. It's still a lot of mess going on, girl. It's so much mess going on. All right. So let's go. Hold up. Get that. I want to pull my saves up. We're gonna talk about Tamar. We're gonna talk about Funky Dineva. Like, it's so much stuff. Like, girl, what is going on? But I'm a slow cook, y'all. So don't rush me. Okay. So let's get into a few things. Let's see. All right. So let's start off with y'all favorite. All right. Y'all favorite. Y'all homegirl, Portia. Okay. Portia Williams' ex-husband Simon Guobadia revealed her alleged multi-million-dollar earnings as part of his divorce appeal. U.S. Weekly can exclusively report. Child, we're going to have to go to their website to find it, but everybody was posting about them. Hold up. Somebody else somewhere. Somebody else somewhere. No, it wasn't somebody else somewhere that I saw a post about them. Portia was something, something, something. Girl, that's all right. Hold up. We gonna stop and pause, and then I'm about to go pull up the U.S. Weekly. Okay, hold up. U.S. Weekly. Because I gotta find out what's going on, girl. I gotta find out what's going on down to the Us Weekly with Portia. Okay, so this is from 2 days ago. Portia Williams' ex-husband, Simon Wabadia, revealed the Real Housewives of Atlanta star alleged income as part of his appeal of their divorce judgment. According to docs filed by Wabadia, 61 last month. Girl, 61? 61, Portia? How old is Portia, y'all? Let me see. Portia is 44 years old. My God, today. Well, she's much older than me. So, girl, because I know I'm about to be 40, but once you 44 and I'm not even into the 40 yet, girl, yeah, you much older than me. But that still feel like, girl, why would you be with this old ass man? My God, why would you set yourself up for the fall like that? I never understand the girls that will like choose money over being attracted to a nigga, because I just kind of feel, especially in situations like Portia. Like, I don't begrudge y'all, but I would rather get my own money than let Mr. lay on top of me and do his business, bitch, sweating. And could you imagine Simon Guabadia, Esther Roll brother, Dennis daddy looking ass nigga on top of you, barely breathing, Portia, and like whatever weird ass voice that he probably has that is not sexy, bitch. And then he be drunk, smelling like liquor, eyes all red, wow, mouth all watery and shit. And you letting him lay on top of you and do his business, bitch, as if you didn't give up checks. Like, I don't get it. I don't, y'all. I don't understand. I don't. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me keep reading. But I'm just thinking about, like, girl, you had your own bread. And listen, I know when I was growing up, I feel like when I was growing up, I was obviously being made to choose between two two roads. You either gonna be okay with fucking people you don't really like, or you gonna end up fucking people you really like, but you might end up getting your heart broke a lot. And I was just like, you know what, bitch? I'd rather get my heart broke. Bitch, I'd rather have to break it and fix it all over again before I let Mr. lie on top of me and do his business. Don't talk about how he passed on top of me. Bitch, I think the fuck not. No. No. And he looks short. Like, he don't even look tall. Oh my God. Like, cause when men are big, when they tall, they weight like, balance out a little bit better. But when you short, girl, the way fat like the meat at your midsection when you short, like, it's very disrespectful. I do not like like, I would never recommend. I do not recommend, girl. Okay. I know everybody think it's cute to be short, but listen, when you a little bit of naturally thick, girl, I wouldn't recommend. Be 5'5", bitch. Don't be 5'2", 5'3". I don't know what height this nigga is, but he got that drinking belly. He got that belly that, I drink every day, all day. That's what that is. But anyway, y'all, I'm sorry. I'm back to the story. According to docs filed by Wabadia last month, Williams earned approximately $8 to $9 million in 2024. Wabadia pointed to the overall scripted talent deal Williams signed with NBC Universal. He argued the terms of the prenuptial agreement evidence husband's intent to compensate his wife in the event of a divorce for not earning the income that she was earning when she was employed with Real Housewives of Atlanta and Dish Nation prior to marrying him. Wabadia filed docs as part of his effort to overturn the decision to enforce the prenuptial agreement. He claimed Williams, 44, never disclosed her plans to return to Real Housewives of Atlanta when they negotiated the prenup in November 2022. The businessman argued this was a material fact that should have been disclosed because it would have changed the terms he agreed to. Why? Why? Why, girl? Why? Wabadia said when they worked out the prenup terms, Williams was not employed by Real Housewives of Atlanta or Dish Nation, where she co-hosted an entertainment news show. In his appeal documents, Guobadia argued Williams broke confidentiality provisions of the prenup when she spoke about him and his finances on Real Housewives of Atlanta and press interviews. Sir, you were already on Instagram paying blogs to run your every fucking post for at least a month or two. I was tired of seeing you. I was tired of talking about you. I remember this time where it seemed as if every day you were online throwing up paragraphs and subliminals, virtue signaling, and just all around being annoying, narcissistic, asshole, creep ass nigga. It was annoying. It was annoying. Guobadia said when they worked out the prenup terms, Williams was not employed by them people. In his appeal documents, Guobadia also argued Williams broke confidentiality. I read that. A judge has yet to rule. Williams opposed Guobadia's attempts to have the prenup thrown out during the divorce. As us previously reported, the judge presiding over Williams' divorce from Guobadia sided with the reality star at a hearing on June 10th and ruled the prenup was valid. The court finds that Williams has been a reality TV celebrity for years, which was well known to husband at the time of negotiating the prenuptial agreement, and Guobadia nevertheless married wife with this knowledge, the order read. Per the prenup, Williams will be allowed to stay in the $7 million home she shares with him during that she shared with him during the marriage, who was deported from the United States during the immigration. Okay. In addition, Guobadia has to pay her $40,000 a month in spousal support for 14 months. So that's not even forever. Williams will not only be allowed to stay in the home, but also awarded 50% of the equity. The reality star will have 3 years to decide if she wants to take over the mortgage or sell the home. The Bravo star also walked away with a 2021 Rolls Royce. On top of that, the court ordered Guobadia to pay her legal fees. As us previously reported, Williams filed for divorce from Guobadia in February 2024 after 15 months of marriage. At the final hearing, Guobadia claimed his business Simcoe's value went from $296 million to nothing after he was detained by ICE. The court did not buy the claim that almost $297 million in business value vanished entirely over the course of a few months without recourse or recovery. Strains credibility. So yeah, we can't trust him. And she was like basically on the line. So basically what I'm seeing here is that, as we talked about before, he tried to get out of paying her what is owed via the prenup, because as soon as she filed for divorce, like the same day that she announced she was going back to Real Housewives of Atlanta, the next day she filed for divorce, I think. Because I think she was still talking about it's Portia Guobadia. And then the next day she was filing for divorce. So I would love for her to explain the chain of events at some point, but she continues to act as if this divorce proceeding is making her not be able to speak on what actually took place. I feel like that light-skinned lady that was on the internet this week talking about Simon and how he's not to be trusted and he not who you think he is, girl. We know, bitch. We don't know who you thought he was. But to me, she seemed to be giving more information than Portia was, and that's aggravating to me. That's really aggravating to me, the way you can come back on the show, not give us any real information whatsoever, and we still got to hear about it on the fucking blogs. Like, that's aggravating to me. Like, just tell us what the fuck is going on the show. It don't make no damn sense. So to me, and this is my idea, I don't know if I'm right about this, she made sure the prenup covered when we're not married, I won't work. As soon as she filed for divorce, technically, I can go and work because I filed for divorce. I don't know how that's going to work out when it comes to paperwork. And it seemed like she, went back to work prior to filing for divorce. I don't know. Again, love for her to explain that. But he's trying to make it seem as if because she went back to work when she filed for divorce, that means he doesn't have to pay any of the alimony and shit, which is ridiculous because that should be based off of what happened during the marriage, not once she filed. So to me, I feel like the reason why the judge said that the prenup was valid is because at the end of the day, she wasn't working when y'all was still in the marriage. And she didn't start working until after she had already filed. So yeah, you still have to pay. To me, he was trying to get through, he was trying to seep through a real fine line in the fucking concrete, it seemed like. But no, I think that hers will stand just because technically what she is saying is more factual and true than what he's saying. Like, you're trying to get out of what you agreed to, and she's just trying to make you hold to what you agreed to, even if she got out of it by the skin of her fucking teeth. Like, you know? I also feel like the fact that almost $300 million disappeared says a lot about how fraudulent you are. And I wouldn't be running to believe anything you say either if I was a judge. Any judge that has any sense, any real sense, looking at this man, reading his record, can tell he is going to try to find a way to scam, hell or high water. And this is why you have to stay away from scammers. I don't know why y'all don't think y'all got to stay away from scammers. You got to stay away from scammers, girl. You have to, because you'll get in trouble fucking around with some scammers. Speaking of housewives news, K. Michelle was on the internet giving us information that we did not know. She also released a single this week, a very nice country song, girl. Sounds real good. Sounds real authentic country. Maybe y'all will put some respect on that lady name. Stop being racist and feeling like just because people are not over there bootlicking with some of y'all country folk, because we know what that really means. Like, let's be fucking for real. And this is why I don't like when they do it. Y'all know I love me some blonde hair, so please don't misunderstand me. But sometimes I feel like certain Black female artists, women artists, like to display a certain level of Black Barbiedom, which means you basically get rid of things that are authentically African American, or things that make you more African American for things that make you seem more like a Caucasian. Instead of being something separate, you are just a chocolate version of a white girl. You're just the brown skin version of a white girl in some respect. And I feel like that's what white people want you to do, Black people. That's what they want you to do. If you are not willing to betray yourself and completely leave your own identity on the fucking corner on the road somewhere in order to be down with them, they don't like you. You're not one of the good ones. And it often feels like for K. Michelle and for Beyonce, we need you to come over here and kiss our ass. We know that y'all lightened y'all skin or stop getting tans or whatever the fuck y'all did to now look lighter than y'all did before. Okay? We know y'all have lightened yourselves. We know that y'all have put on your country girl outfits. We know that y'all are wearing really light blonde colored wigs. Okay? We are seeing y'all come back to the big, the flat but bouncy hair, of the era, girl. We seeing y'all come over here back to what the country aesthetic looks like. We see that, but that's not enough. That's not enough, girl. You can't just be over there doing it. You got to come over here and basically proverbially suck some dick. Maybe not even proverbially, maybe just literally. Okay, but it does feel. Who was getting tans? Beyonce. They talked about it back in the day in the 90s. A lot of the caramel light-skinned girls that, change colors depending on the weather. Those girls used to have to go and get tans. That late 90s, early 2000 bronze look, yeah, that's very intentional. That was tans, y'all. That's why, we'll get into Tamar, but Tamar is one of the people, I remember the first Black girls to say it on TV that she got tans. And I was like, why would a Black girl be getting a tan? And then I realized it's because they want to look blacker. You want to look, less light skin. Also, I feel like when you get tans, it covers up naturally covers up blemishes, I believe. At least that's how it feels to me. When I tan under the sun, I feel like, my skin gets an overhaul or some shit. But it's a few of them that was doing, that was tanning and shit back in the day so that they can look a little browner. And, hey, no tea, no shade. If that's what the girls want to do, that's their fucking business. it's annoying to me sometimes though when I feel like, why do we always have to be doing all of this? And you look how you want to look. And at different times you want to look different ways, y'all. I love me some blonde hair. Please don't misunderstand me. Um, but there and Tanner may look like that naturally, but that's still an aesthetic that a black woman has to choose in order to live out that aesthetic. It takes work for most black women to have that aesthetic. You don't just naturally have white woman aesthetic. That takes work. So that means in order for you to be working towards looking a certain way, there's intention behind it. If you are intentional about the look, then why do you want to look like that? Why do you think that's what looks good? Like, I know people don't like to ask themselves these questions, you know?
I'm like, yeah, is queen. Like, let's not even play them games. You know, that's been my man. He took that long. Jack Daniels married me before my husband did.
Oh, yeah. And the song is called Jack Daniels, I think, or something like that. So when she started talking, I didn't know whether she was telling the truth. Yes, they just want us to assimilate. I didn't know whether she was telling the truth here or she was talking as if I'm introing for my music. Because as we've seen recently, reality stars are getting into a space, or not reality stars, I'm just going to say entertainers. Entertainers, period, are getting into a space where they really like to blur lines. We've seen it with Tamar this week. We saw it with Tiana Taylor and Aaron last week. And now I feel like, is she really married? Because nobody ever said anything about K. Michelle being married. And now she's married.
Hallelujah. Like, Jack Daniels proposed to me before, you know. Yeah, it took my husband a long time to marry me. You know, people might want to crack on me and joke about that.
Okay, I want to say this because I notice people do this all the time. I don't know, why do y'all always have to mention when y'all see people nipples? It's not a judgment, just it's a real question. Because I see it all the time, and I just be like, yeah, you see it, but why do we have to why we gotta talk about it? And the reason why I say it is because I'm one of them girls that sometimes I might have a bra and my nipples will still be showing through the bra. Like the idea is that if you can see somebody's nipples, it's because they don't have a bra on. When a lot of the times that is not the case. A lot of times, bitch absolutely have on a bra and you can just still see the nipples. Like, why do we have to talk about this? You know what I'm saying? Okay. But no, I feel like you can see her nipples because her titties are fake.
Or whatever. But it took my husband. Shit.
I hate how I know that she couldn't wait to say husband and to keep saying husband over and over again in that accent. My husband, my husband. I get it, girl, but my God, today.
I ain't going to play with you like that. It took my husband a decade. You know, I wasn't perfect. I ain't gonna play. I wasn't perfect, Prince. I wasn't marriage material.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's the dentist as well. I'm assuming it's the dentist.
I can't say that. I wasn't marriage material. I was a motherfucker with myself. Yeah, like I'm a little masculine. I ain't just anybody. You know what I'm saying? I had to find somebody. Yeah, so I think I've always been a lot for him. But I think I'll be a lot for a lot of men. To be in a relationship, break up in that relationship. You remember we broke up when we was here. Remember, I was a real gangster. I was in a relationship. We broke up, and I got married a week later to somebody else. I don't care. It's real life. I don't care what nobody got to say about my situation. Go clean your tub. Y'all not like Jack is queen. Like, let's not even play them games.
Yeah, I feel like I don't have any more information now than I had before. Girl, I am confusion. Confusion is me. I guess we will find out on Real Housewives of Atlanta what the tea really is, and she's trying to get everybody interested in what her life has been like since she's been off reality TV for a few years. But there is a level of you and Tamar gonna like to play in our face about what your life is like and have us all fucking confused and trying to match dates and all of this, girl. I don't have time for whatever this is. But I can't wait to see you on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Karuchi Tran, what did you say, girl? What did you say, Karuchi?
It's hard to.
Guys,
So
not all.
is she dating right now? I saw that you took a liking into football recently.
Hey, girl.
Oh, he took it there. Huh?
Touchdown.
Yeah,
I'm like looking at Aaron like,
yeah,
how far can I go with this?
Are we fired?
yeah.
She's dating?
Yeah, she's
I like
dating.
that.
Is she having fun?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, look at that
If I
smile.
wasn't having fun, I wouldn't be in it. I'm at a point in my life, like, I know what I want. I've dated a lot. I've done a lot. I did this. I did that. Young, old, da-da-da-da-da. And so if I wasn't happy and content and feeling good in my situation, I'm not wasting my time.
Yes.
I don't have the time for it. I'd rather be at home, namaste, child, in bed at 9 o'clock doing my own thing if I'm not happy, you know? So yeah, I'm in a good place.
I love that.
Yeah.
We're here for it.
Yeah.
It's hard to.
Guys,
So
not all.
I think the dating pool is so full of piss, right? That if a man looks anyway like a traditional Mac, you're here for it, right? And when I say traditional Mac, a lot of us that are in our late 30s grew, and Karuchi's in her late 30s like me. When we was growing up in the 90s, as much as we saw like ain't shit ass, hood niggas, you also saw a lot of men that had like reputable jobs and shit that were like hard workers, stable, and they knew how to treat a lady, right? They take you on a date, they buy you things. However, and you might get fucked real good too, because these men know sex, right? They're, you know what I'm saying? I be telling y'all all the time about this level of Mac that is now lost on these niggas, and they're weird because they're always so worried about being used that they are not formulating the Mac that men should have in order for them to want to procure women. And I feel like in a world where there is like not enough true macking happening, you will go and get with a nigga that's been macking since the early 90s. You know what I'm saying? In a perm, in a country suit, and a pocket full of money. Like, even though he don't have no toes or no bladder. He got a good job, Savannah. He comes from the era where men knew how to project themselves in a way where their image, is a great part of who they are versus, how a lot of y'all tend to show up, which is y'all are so fraudulent. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all are so fucking fraudulent, but it's like women will take a ornery, mean ass man as long as he's paying bills, occasionally fucking her appropriately, and making her feel like someone who's being taken care of by the image of a man that they saw growing up. I think women are often willing to take men talking to them fucked up, being weird to them, being condescending, treating them sometimes like, you're so lucky to be with me because of who I am. Yeah, in one moment, you're this beautiful woman and I love you and you're delicate and I'm going to treat you like you deserve to be treated. But then if you work on my nerves or I get agitated, I'm going to start talking to you out the side of my fucking neck and you're going to be wondering how we got here. I feel like most older niggas run like that. You get them hot and then you get them cold. You get them hot and then you get them cold. And the hope and dream of the millennial is for us to find our way into relationships that are emotionally stable, not hot and cold, not a man that's going to be talking to you crazy, not a man that's going to in one, or not even just a man, people, period. Somebody that in one moment is going to be fucking you all passionately and then playing you out in front of people and acting like they don't really fuck with you that hard. Like stop with the weird shit. You know what I'm saying? And so I do feel like there's a level of, I'm going to take what I can get, okay? I'm going to just, listen. I'm going to just take what I got and work with it. You know what I mean? You know, I remember there's a time when people was breaking up. They used to cook a little food and throw a little party and whisper things in your ear like, don't blame Mr. Charlie. Mr. Charlie is just a man and he's doing the best he can. I say, I heard him say. And that's some bullshit now. And it was some bullshit then. Because that's a lot of the time what the mindset is. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just take what I got and work with it. Because having a piece of man is better than having no man at all. So I'm gonna just take what I got and work with it. You know what I'm saying? Girl, fuck out of here. No, it's not. Girl, no, it's not. Having a little piece of man is like having a little hole in your fucking arm. Okay, it'll eat away at everything until your whole damn arm is decayed.
Is she dating right now?
So yeah, I'm happy for her. If she's happy, I'm happy. But let's read just a few of these comments before we move on. Girl, my Chris Brown concert is on Sunday. Don't piss my man off before the show. Y'all hoes are so weird. Y'all hoes are so fucking weird. I understand that a lot of y'all love a nigga that's gonna beat your ass. And what you think is, you know, fuck you raw all violently and then get you pregnant so that you can go through a tumultuous toxic relationship that ends up and having a baby by a famous nigga that's gonna basically make your life hell, but at least you Chris Brown baby mama. Like, I know a lot of y'all have that dream for yourselves, and you know, that's fine, girl, if you want your life to be that specific dimension of hell. But it's really aggravating when y'all include the women they've actually been in relationships with in the delusions that y'all put in the comments. And I know we like, oh girl, you just playing. But like, let's be fucking for real. A lot of y'all are not playing. A lot of y'all say these things and y'all mean them. A lot of y'all say this shit in the comments and you mean it. You really are telling this girl not to talk about her life because her ex nigga Chris Brown might get mad and decide not to give y'all the show that y'all want. That's crazy as hell. That is crazy as hell. Okay? This next comment. Let's stop acting like he isn't a man of God. Talking about Deion Sanders. Like he isn't a leader, a protector, a provider. Let's stop acting like he's not one hell of a father. He has 5 children that were born in marriage. He has never been for the streets. He's handsome. He's wealthy. He's principled. He's disability. She is about to come on herself in these comments. The man doesn't even use profanity. He is missing 2 toes, but can he walk? Absolutely. Is he missing a bladder? But can he fuck? Probably. Does he get up every morning with an encouraging word for everyone and praising God for everything? Absolutely. Will I lick him from the rooter to the tutor? Absolutely. That's a great man, Savannah girl. He's also a survivor. She's 37, not 18. She is old enough to know what's best for her. Girl. Oh my God. Pick me, pick me, pick me. Hallelujah. I gotta find a man. I don't care what he did. I don't care who he hurt. I don't care who he fucked. I just want a man to pick me, Lord. Y'all be safe out here tripping and falling over dick. All right, let's move on, girl. Where do I want to go next? I'm gonna tell you right now, I love Reginae. I think she's a beautiful young woman. And this is just my opinion. And I'm saying my opinion into my vacuum of an audience. And I say that because I don't say this because I really want her not to do this. Because y'all think when people give their opinion about things, it's like in this like proactive way. Like if I think this is so terrible and I don't want her to do this, y'all think I really mean that. No, I don't really mean that. I always want the girls to make their bread and do whatever they got to do to secure themselves in this world, okay? But I'm not going to listen. I'm not going to lie. 2 clips of this podcast have pissed me off. And this is the first clip that pissed me off.
And everything with Bambi that lady. Okay. But
we do not
Hey, get out of here.
say people names that we don't like. Well, I don't. That lady.
Okay, so when everything was going on with that lady, this is only said because you want me to. So when everything was going on and everything was unfolded, how did that make you feel? Like, take us behind the scenes for what kind of mindset you was in, like what was going on? Because nobody likes when the family feud, especially when it's
on social media.
Yeah.
Well, honestly and truly, it basically started with me telling people, because when you're on live and people know that something is not right with your family, they will continuously ask you about the person or continuously ask you about the conversation or the person. If you, I think 9mag, they record a lot of lives. If you look back at some of the lives they recorded, I've even told people to stop asking me about my dad or my mom, or I'll say they in their skin. It's not because I'm being rude. It's because I don't want to keep answering questions about them. Well, this particular live, they kept asking me questions. People already knew that her and my dad were not in a good space, and they kept asking me about her. And I was just like, don't ask me about anybody you don't see me with. Don't ask me about that lady. That was my way of being respectful. She's disrespecting my mother. She's disrespecting my father. And if you disrespect them, you disrespect me. So I don't want any parts of that, and that's respectfully. I feel like any child would feel that way about their parents, especially if you're close. And she took that the wrong way. And mind you, this was the week of my prom. So I wasn't, I was enjoying myself. I'm getting prepared for prom. So when that happened, it really hurt my feelings, because it's like, dang, I wasn't even trying to be funny, but now I will. It's like, because you're ruining an important week of my life. I only get this time once in a lifetime, and she knew it was the week of my prom. So to do that and like trying to be funny, it just really hurt my feelings, because it's like, why? Like, it's not that serious. Like, you shouldn't want me to speak on you. Like, that's good. I'm not going to fake it. Like, stuff is good. I'm just not going to speak on you respectfully.
I said it before and I'll say it again. I understand E-Money's point of view, but at this point, just a few days ago, you were talking about how your granny fucked up with your daddy a little bit because he thinks he's the prize and he's not. And men don't be doing what they supposed to do. And so I think it's weird for you to come on this podcast now. And I don't know when you did this, but it's in enough amount of time that how you felt when you said the shit about your daddy in a car, when you said the shit here on the podcast, we talking about the same mentality, the same mindset. No new information has been processed. Okay. I don't understand, because if you understand the type of man your father is, you understand how your father did your mother. I don't get why y'all don't understand why Bam feels the way she feels. I will say, I wish that Bam wouldn't have ever responded to her, even though it was a joke. Like, to me, you said that lady, you knew what that would insinuate. You old enough to know that when you got on that live and said, that lady, you knew how that would come off. You made it seem like you had beef with her based on the fact that she put it out there that your mama was putting hands on you. And that was because your mama was trying to make it seem like she was over there not feeding you. And she was being a bad stepmama. And so to defend herself against being a bad stepmama, she put it out there that you the one, Erica, putting your hands on this child. So why the fuck you accusing me of child neglect or abuse when you the one putting your hands on your daughter? This was not the most mature shit to do. Obviously, nobody's mature in this situation. And I hate the fact that y'all, we always kind of put the onus on the person with the most sense. to be the mature one. Because it is like I'm looking at Bambi to not respond. I'm looking at Bambi to always be ignoring shit that Scrappy says, that Erica says, that Mama D says. But I feel like I've been consistent in this for a minute now. I don't know about, back in the day. But I've been consistent with this situation since it happened with Bam. That I feel like Erica was always causing issues in one way or another in them people's relationship because she still wanted him. Y'all act like that's not the case. But to me, the fact that y'all fucked around after the fact, then to see you still popping up at shit with an attitude because he with a new girl. We know you was mad that he got that other girl pregnant. Like, I know from the jump that you was trying not to act like y'all was really dating because you knew he would embarrass you, but you were still willing to do it. You were still willing to date him publicly and let everybody know what was going on. And he played you out just like he did all them other times, just like he did for Diamond, just like basically he did with Bam, because you were still fucking to both of them. I remember the reunion show where Bam is sitting next to him and you talking about how he ate your coochie out at the hotel. So to me, even though I understand where E-Money is coming from, I would really love for her as she gets older to look at the situation and want to be like, you know what? However that lady feel about my mom and my daddy, however my mom and my daddy feel about that lady, they ain't got nothing to do with me. I would prefer for you to feel that way instead of defending your parents just because they're your parents, because your parents is fucked up. Like, your parents is fucked up. Your mama is fucked up because them people was fucking married, and your mama blamed Bambi for why Scrappy wasn't doing the shit that Erica wanted him to do. That's what they consistently did. So I just I'm sad for the fact that this is where it's at now, but it is what it is. I do wish that Bam would have just ignored her, but I felt like what Bam did wasn't that serious. She posted something talking about, well, I guess I'll be that lady. Ha ha. It wasn't even that fucking deep. So for E-Money to be sitting up here talking about, oh, this ruined, that I was getting ready for my prime, this ruined my prime. Girl, what? If anything ruined your prime, it was everybody feeling a way when you decided to get online and call Bambi that lady, and you know how to, you disrespecting elders, so just come into the comments. Maybe you was feeling upset about that. But to me, Bambi's response was not disrespectful enough for everybody to be acting like, oh, her response was she should have. It wasn't even that fucking deep. This energy really does this energy really just does feel immature. It just feels immature across the board. And I really can't expect much out of E-Money when it comes to this type of thing because of who her parents are. Who her parents are. Banshee baby, thank you for the super chat. It was Shay, it was Erica Pinkett, it was Bambi, it was Diamond, it was the lady he got pregnant. Now the new girlfriend Erica needs to be so for real. No, thank you for the super chat. And yes, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I think Erica has always been waiting in the wings. Okay? Bambi had Erica Pinkett attacked by her sister. She isn't innocent. I don't know where y'all get this from. Like, when we talk about a specific situation and then y'all are upset because y'all don't like Bambi. So because in this very specific situation that I'm talking about, I am not dragging her, people always got to come up with the she ain't innocent. I hate when y'all say this shit. Y'all say it about every fucking woman that y'all do not like that gets into it with somebody like, she not innocent. If you can't prove that she wrong, she not innocent. Like, y'all literally do this to everybody. It's exhausting. But what I will say is Erica Pinkett walked her little ass over to Bam, trying to throw in Bam face that I know that you had a miscarriage, nanny boo boo, bitch. And y'all can act like that's not what that little girl was doing when she walked over to Bam with that shit. But that's exactly what happened. And I don't approve of violence. Please don't get me wrong. So if Erica wanted to press charges on Bam's sister, that's her fucking business. Okay? I wouldn't have been mad about it. But ultimately, you're not about to act like, oh, Bambi not innocent because she beat up the girl that tried to throw her miscarriage in her face. Like, I'm not gonna say people deserve to get their ass whipped, but there are things that are like, damn, girl, why would you walk over to her and talk about her miscarriage to her, knowing you trying to fuck her dude? Like, you're literally sitting there, yeah, I'm fucking with your nigga in your face, telling you how he pillow talking with me about your miscarriage. Ma'am, like, girl, what? That if you need an example of when Bambi wasn't shit, that's not a good one. Go find another one and come back.
Feel that when things are rocky with that lady,
Mm-hmm.
how are you in your relationship with? How is your relationship with your siblings?
I feel like my relationship with my siblings is still what it was before. You know, they have said certain things that have caught me by surprise, but you know, that happens. But it's like I love them the same. They're kids, they're innocent. They didn't do anything to me, and I didn't do anything to them. And they're my blood. Like, it would never, even if they do get mad at me, I will always love them. But it's like, you know, it's a place of understanding because I went through the same thing with their mother, and they're going to see that too. So I'm sure they will understand.
So you think the kid's gonna understand you, but you don't understand Bam? And I'm not saying she has to, y'all, but I could tell that she's angry with Bambi. I could tell she's angry. That lady shit, you're referring to her as that lady because you're angry with her. And so the idea that my siblings are going to get over the fact that I don't fuck with their mama and I refer to her as that lady one day because we all went through it, right? But you know, it is what it is. E-Money is still Scrappy, Erica, and Mama D's child. Okay. So even though I do think that she's probably more mature than all of those people I just named, I still feel like, you know, girl got some growing to do a little bit. I just wouldn't have nothing else to say about the lady, especially if ain't no new developments happen. And if you can't tell me about a time she actually did something to you, I don't, because the times that we have talked about E-Money, and you could search my channel to find the old video, girl. But when we talked about E-Money initially coming out and saying she had issues with Bambi, none of it was something that you should be upset about. Like, oh, she always complaining about needing help with the kids, but you know, my daddy do. Like, everything was about her dad. It wasn't really about Bam doing anything to her except for telling everybody that Erica was the one that put hands on her and a police report was filed and all of this shit. And I personally feel like I get it. Like, that's messy. But girl, your daddy and your mama messy as fuck. Your daddy and your mama messy as fuck, bro. Like, just you know, like, charge it to the game, man. Them fucking people messy. They ain't got nothing to do with me. Okay. Let me see. Here we go. So then y'all know this is Scrappy's new baby mama, right? And this was one of the moments that let me know how naive still, you know, and it is acceptable. And this is not said to be a slight to E-Money, because we all were young, girl, and we all were you at one point when I say this. But like, I remember her being so nice about the way she talked about Shakira. And I'm like, girl, I don't know why you being so nice to that lady. That lady is crazy. You want to talk about that lady, bitch. Listen. To me, I think everybody is just mad because they saw how hurt Scrappy was when she left him. And I think there's a level of, you hurt my daddy real bad. You hurt his feelings real bad. So I'm mad at you because you hurt his feelings by leaving him. Like, that's really what it feels like. And because I got to understand, this girl been wilding out on your daddy since the beginning, patting coochie and screaming and all of that. And you still sound like you like her. So I'm wondering if it's because Bambi actually did do something to you, or is it because you feel like this relationship is not that emotional for Scrappy? He don't really like her. He don't love her. He's not emotionally invested. So you not really, you know, you don't really care that she doing all of this crazy shit to your daddy. You know what I mean? She disrespecting your daddy. Like, if that's all it take, what's happening here? But ain't it funny though? Shakira does look like a version of Erica's phenotype, right? Don't she look like it? Like, with her mouth closed, when you can't see all her teeth, with her mouth closed, she looks like she could be Erica's cousin or sister. You know, when you know how when your people accidentally get old when they're in their 40s, like they shouldn't have been able to get pregnant, but they got pregnant. But the child, the child was healthy, but just like a little, a little malnutrition, just a little bit, or when one twin eat up more nutrients than the other twin, like that's y'all know I give y'all that one all the time. That's what it's giving. But Shakira said, y'all don't even be knowing y'all true selves. Just go from one relationship to the next. Unhealed and vulnerable as fuck, dependent and desperate. Get to know yourselves. This feels like a subliminal towards Scrappy, but I come from the mindset that I need for your narratives and mentalities to be congruent. And so I don't know how you can have a baby for a nigga in a threesome who didn't even want you to know where he lived. You had a baby for a nigga in a threesome. That's giving you have a lot of unhealed trauma. That's giving you are desperate, independent. It's giving you don't know your true self, or your true self is very slow. But either way, it's weird for you to post this as if you talking to other people, and it's giving you not making good decisions neither, girl. And to me, I think it's one thing to go through relationships leaving remnants of your fucked upness all over the place, okay? It's one thing to be out here leaving broken hearts behind you, right? That's fucked up. It's a whole nother thing for your rabbit ass to have a baby in an unstable environment like this one. And I'm going to call your relationship with Scrappy and his relationship with his other baby mamas and his relationship with his damn mama and you not having no family, I'm going to call that an unstable environment. And I'm going to judge you more than I'm going to judge whoever you talking to in these comments right now, because that was your coochie and you were supposed to keep that coochie clear of children. That was your responsibility, bitch. You want to be out here having threesomes? You were supposed to be down to the plan B. But your desperate, goofy ass wanted to have a baby for that nigga because he famous and you think he fine. This is the look. After she said all that, girl, who are you talking to? Who you talking to, Shakira? Who you talking to, Shakira, girl? Ain't nothing about your life giving you need to be standing on anybody's soapbox, telling anybody anything about what they doing and where they coming and how they going, girl. You had a baby by Scrappy in a threesome. My God. Who they? Right. Running back is on site. Remind everybody how we got here. We didn't even get here with Shakira. We got here with Naya Ray, whose name we don't even remember. We just remember she was the one he actually wanted to fuck. That's what we do remember. Uh-huh. Now, where do I want to go next? Hold up. I just want to make sure. Portia asked judge to hold ex-husband time in contempt, claims he owes. Okay. So I'm going to have to edit this on to that last part. Okay. So just imagine we still having this conversation about these fools. So Portia Williams asked judge to hold ex-husband Simon Guabadia in contempt, claims he owes $667,359.55. Marital residence expenses, alimony payments, attorney's fees, and property taxes. Portia wants Simon to give up his share of equity in their home to cover the unpaid expenses. Well, that sounds like that might be able to work, since you do owe her all of that. And to me, this was her way. This was her way of checkmating him doing that lawyer scam. Because I believe that it's a scam that the lawyer is saying that they weren't paid and now they want to get the money off the lien from the house. Like they're going to put a lien on the house for the payments that Simon didn't pay his own lawyer. That's a scam to me, if you ask me. Like, in my opinion, you got paid and now you are just trying to make it harder for her to be able to live in this house by putting a lien on it. Okay. So I think this is her trying to counteract what he did. And I think a judge with sense is going to get tired of these people at some point. So we're going to see how this all plays out. But this was a checkmate. This was a checkmate to Simon. I know a lot of people feel like, okay, so a part of me is split. Y'all know I be seeing both sides of the shit, right? On one side, bitch, the marriage was not real. It was all a scam from your point of view in the first fucking place because you thought you was getting an old nigga with a pot belly and a lot of money, okay? You didn't. You got played. You really should just wash your hands of it and walk away. However, I feel like Simon is such a fucked up, untrustworthy, scammy ass, cringy, skeevy, creepy motherfucker that I believe if she have the money and the energy to go after him for whatever she is entitled to get, then I feel like why not? I wouldn't be out here tussling with Dennis daddy because I don't have the spiritual wherewithal to spend my essence on bullshit. Okay. I'd rather just go, I'm the type of person that'll wash my hands and be done because I ain't got time for this shit. My energy is more important than money. Okay. And spending time arguing with a fat nigga that can't fuck or breathe about some money I know his scamming ass probably don't even have. Girl, I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that, especially when all I got to do is jiggle my ass and smile so you can see all 11 of my fucking teeth and I can make $1 million. If I have that type of energy when I tell you I'm leaving dusty Dennis daddy looking ass niggas behind me in the past, good day, good sir. It was nice while it lasted. I wouldn't keep going back and forth paying lawyers fees with this nigga. Like, that's just fucking stupid. You made $8 or $9 million in 1 year and you still over here arguing with Esther Roll fucking son. I don't get it. I just, but again, that's because I'm not that type. Portia is the type of woman that's gonna try to get as much as she could get. Okay. It's so funny because you want to be lazy in one way. You don't want to work. But now you're going to put forth all of this extra fucking effort to get as much as you can get out of this, dehydrated ass turnip. Okay, squeezing as much as she can out of this fucking turnip seed ass nigga. Anyway, moving on. Where do I want to go next? Because, okay, Erykah Badu. So, y'all, I didn't even know about this. And this is how you know we are in a totally different time now because y'all know, like, the anniversary of Hurricane Katrina was yesterday. And I did my video already. If y'all missed it, check it out, talking about my experience and what I went through and all of the things. And I was on TikTok and a guy I just started following, I forgot his name, did a breakdown of this song called Green Eyes that Erykah Badu has. And I used to listen to that song like every fucking day during a time like the end of 05, 06. During that time, I used to listen to that song all the time because it felt like somebody was taking the words out of my head, like what I was going through, how I was begging, for that relationship to work out because I was just trying to find some semblance of life that was comfortable and known to me after Katrina happened. But when I tell you that I played that song over and over again, I think that fucking song is 9 minutes long or some shit. But when I tell you I know every single part of that song from beginning to end because of the way it felt like it spoke to the pain that I was in at the time. When that man broke that song down, I was just like, yeah, I gotta get on my now that we're grown lyric shit because we gotta have these conversations. Some of these songs was really out here being a comfort at a time when it was very much needed, right? So even after that album, that was Mama's Gun. I was so glued into Erykah, like since my mama and them had Erykah Badu on tapes and shit back in the late 90s. But by the time we get to this era, I'm going into college and she puts out Worldwide Underground. I'm glued to it. Got it. I have it on wax. New America. Okay, New America, I never forget because that's one of the albums that me and Lyric and everybody at LSU that I used to kick it with, we bonded over being excited about New America and New America Part 2 coming out when we were in college. So, like, I was very much glued into her music for such a long time. And I don't know what happened, but I fell off when she did I Can Make You Put Your Phone Down. I don't know why. I was just no longer paying attention the way I used to be. And I will tell y'all all the time that Erykah Badu is at the top of my favorite artists of all time. People who I'm going to always fuck with, until the day I die. Like, Erykah Badu is one of them people, one of your problematic aunties nonetheless. But I saw that DM. I'm gonna get to that when I'm gonna do it. But I was disappointed in myself that I did not know that she had a joint album coming out. And I feel like maybe I saw it in passing, but it didn't it didn't really set in. But apparently, child, the wait continues. Erykah Badu had big plans for fans this week until super producer The Alchemist hit pause. Y'all, The Alchemist told me to tell y'all the album is not dropping at midnight. Badu announced on Instagram Live Thursday night, just hours before the expected release of Abby and Allen. The sudden shift caught fans off guard, especially after months of build-up. Badu premiered the album's first single, Next to You. I have not heard that either. During her Juneteenth concert in Dallas, and recently wrapped a 10-city tour with The Alchemist, culminating in Austin. I think I saw some clips of that. No new release date has been confirmed, but fans continue to hold hope for a surprise drop. Were you disappointed? I ain't even know about it, bitch. And I felt the way. If you were worried about way. Okay, I'm so upset. I'm in a hole I saw. A club I went to with my homies. Baby, don't worry. You know that you got me. Bruh. Next is a good song. Okay. I'm sure it is. Like, I don't ever think that she ever puts out anything that's not, a good song. It's a good song. Crystal, if you said it, I believe it. Next to You is a Funkadelic Coded. Okay. I'm definitely gonna have to go check it out. But Erykah Badu got a new album that's supposed to be coming out and it ain't come out yet. But I'm gonna be looking for it when it do come out because I did not know, girl. But let's go ahead and get into Young Thuggin' and shit. Okay, so I'm gonna just run them as I saved them. Y'all know we talked about Young Thug yesterday. We talked about how the audio of Young Thug seemingly allegedly snitching and interrogation video surfaces online. And y'all know how Young Thug has been on the internet, on Twitter fingers, calling people snitches and talking shit and throwing out subliminals to the point that Fanny and them down to the district attorney's office was trying to revoke that nigga bail. But a judge that they call YSL Whitaker, they call her YSL Whitaker because they think that she really likes these YNs. Okay, it's a white lady judge. And she said, no, it's not enough evidence, but he does need to chill the fuck out, right? And he up there, judge, I ain't never met disrespect nobody. Listen, nigga, please, okay? I told y'all I didn't like how the nigga acted as soon as he got off. You could tell that he wasn't really sorry and he was just glad that he got off and he was bullshitting everybody, okay? So Young Thug and Rollo exchanged words after Young Thug's interrogation video surfaced online, okay? Young Thug said, hold up first, let me see. I want to make sure I'm doing them in order, and this is a reply. So Rollo said, well, bitch, I lied to the feds for real. And you still called Lil Baby and told him to cut me off because I wasn't right. So now you're going to have to go through what me and Gunna went through. And we waiting on that gospel album too, twin. These niggas is getting in his ass. And I'm not mad about it. See, the difference between me and you is, one, your friend said you didn't lie. You actually told on real people. You said that somebody actually did something that they was arrested for. I made an honest mistake saying that we sold Lil Wayne weed to try to prove to the detective that we wasn't beefing with him. See the difference? And let's not forget, you told Fanny you would take the stand on me and Lucci in our case to get out of jail. Now, I'm going to tell y'all right now, I barely understand what the fuck going on, but I understand what's happening right here. You cut that man out of some shit over some snitching shit, right? Because you like to call everybody snitches and not everybody calling you a snitch and they want you to feel the fever. And I'm not upset. But I'm going to just say this. I think that all of y'all niggas pretending like y'all gonna stay quiet to evade the authorities is hilarious. None of y'all have that real nigga integrity. Anybody that still has the real nigga, the real street nigga integrity to not go to jail and stay quiet, I told y'all that shit ended with Lil Kim. Lil Kim has to be one of the last rappers to sit on the stand and plead the fifth until she go to jail and get out and pop up on the BET Awards with her lighters up and shit. Like, and another thing, the rest of the rappers, like, they old now. The ones that was not gonna tell, some of them niggas is old and out of that shit because they not finna tell. So to me, in this day and age, these YNs that's still involved with street shit when they into the music and all of that, y'all are all gonna tell on each other. And everybody should assume that everybody's a rat. Everybody should assume that if they get pulled into somebody's fucking office, they snitching. And y'all need to start creating plans for when you get snitched on. Okay? Because they gonna snitch on you. And I'm sorry, but what else are they supposed to do? I'm sorry. I don't think it's smart for anybody to do jail time for anybody. I don't. You got to give me a very specific situation. And even then, I still might be like, see, you reap what you sow. You gonna have to give me a storyline, bitch. Where it's like, I fucked over you in the past, and so I'm gonna take this bid to help you because you helped me in the past, and it's the right thing to do. And I feel like niggas don't even do stuff like that no more. That's some movie. That's some fairy tale movie shit for y'all to think that people have that type of integrity that's in street life these days. Because the niggas back in the day didn't even really have integrity like that. They was all lying to y'all.
And Pee Wee, don't forget about that trans story, nigga. When you said it out your own mouth, how you did the Buddha with that trans vest, Pee Wee Roscoe. You know damn well not to mention me, boy. You know I ain't got no sense.
This is the second time today that a man I suspect of drug use has gotten on the internet so that he can call another man gay, and it's given, so what? Like, he might be writing all of this, y'all, but this is so played to me. I saw this earlier today. New Orleans people, it's like 1,200 of y'all in here. New Orleans people, if y'all follow Reggie and Byron and all of the mess that's going on in New Orleans right now, Byron and Reggie been arguing back and forth on the fucking internet for months, years now. I don't even know how long, bitch. It's been going on in perpetuity. And this morning, Byron got on the internet to tell us he ain't never seen. He said, I know y'all say that I'm in an abusive relationship, but, my abusive relationship is just like Super and her husband that just got married. And then, like, why you throw Super in this shit? Then he turned around and said, and I just got out some coochie. I'm fucking every day. And I'm like, yeah, because that lady looked like a crackhead abuse victim. That's why you fucking every day. Anyway. But he gonna say, I just got out some coochie. Y'all ain't never seen Reggie with a woman. And I'm like, if all else fails, call a nigga gay. If all else fails, if you ain't got nothing else to say about a nigga, but you still mad, you know what I'm saying? That's why you're gay, nigga. And that's why it shouldn't matter. I want y'all to know I don't never say it like that. People, you putting that girl, bitch, I ain't saying it like that because I feel like it don't matter. My response will always be, I'm not, but bitch, if I was, and what that mean? What that mean? What that's gonna do? What now? Bitch, Azalea Banks. Okay, what now? Like, it's so whack. I'm gonna let him finish, but it's just like, really? And then I hate when hood niggas do it because I think y'all niggas be gay when y'all go to jail. That's why I don't like when hood niggas, when all y'all niggas that look like y'all spend time in and out of jail. Don't do that. Don't do that. If a man has had his bare jaws around your penis, shout out them indecisies, I'm gonna need for you to stop.
I ain't got no damn screws in my head, boy. You remember we was at the Sky House? Me, you, and Thug was sitting in the car, and that damn trans vest walked past.
First of all, I don't like what the homophobia of niggas that wear dresses on album covers. Like, Jeffrey was in the album cover with a dress on and nail polish, and y'all still homophobic. I do not understand the world we are living in today. My God.
And Thug tapped you and said, Pee Wee, what's up with that? And you told Thug how you stuck your dick lean up in it. Don't get me started, nigga. And Pee Wee, Don't forget about that trans story, nigga. When you said it out your own mouth, how you did the booty with that trans vest.
Nigga, I don't know what a trans is. What the comments say? Woody, I scream, I'll take you around this building, and I'm the only one coming back. He can't remember shit under oath, but he remembers this. Woody definitely had an IEP. I don't even know what that is. Woody is exactly who he think he is. This better than power, baby. Listen, when I tell y'all the hood boogers is enjoying themselves watching all of these niggas play they mess out on social media. So then Rollo says Young Thug divided Atlanta's rap scene and breaks down how it happened. Let's all listen.
Everything Thug did was try to turn Birdman against Lil Wayne. Take his album name, trot them up, then he tell on that's supposed to handle the business.
Okay, I'm gonna start off. See, this is where I jump in. As a local New Orleanian girl, this is where I'll jump in on this. Can't nobody turn Baby against Wayne. And that's even weird I feel like, Rollo, do you know what happened with the Hot Boys? Do you know why the Hot Boys broke up? Like, do you know what happened? Do you know what their issues were? Them niggas cool now, but the issues always have been that Baby don't like to pay people they fucking money. That's always been the issue, is that Baby does not like, not only, is Baby sketch and scary as fuck, all three of y'all, he's not gonna pay you. Or something gonna be fucked up with the money. Like, Baby comes from the big red school of the music industry, where I buy you cars and houses and you don't ask me about paperwork and how much you actually made on your album. So if you think that Young Thug turned Baby against Wayne, I'm already thinking I can't trust the rest of what you about to say, because I don't even think that that's possible based on what I know about them niggas.
Then he turned on motherfucking Rich Homie Quan, tried to turn the whole world against Rich Homie Quan. And then at the same time, before this man, he told us out his own mouth that it was one of the darkest times of his life. Then he turned around and took the whole motherfucking world against.
And low-key stole Rich Homie Quan swag. Let's be fucking for real. If I'm remembering correctly, am I tripping? Or did he, like, I could be wrong, because I missed it. I missed it. But now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, damn, it do kind of feel like you stole Rich Homie Quan's swag a little bit. Like, that's interesting.
The way I feel, Lucci. Whole world. Everybody go against Lucci. Everybody go against, what's that name? Yeah.
I'm going to tell you why everybody go against Lucci, because Lucci was already going down. That's what it's giving. It's giving they already had evidence on him. So everybody might, look, blame it on Lucci. He already going down. Blame it on him.
He tried to turn everybody against Lucci. Now, all these three things is 100%. Everybody can go back and look at this. This ain't from Rollo. Then he turned around. He was beefing with Future.
He definitely did what? I'm from Atlanta. Like, he took the hype for y'all. So y'all think that Young Thug turned Baby against Lil Wayne? I'm telling y'all, that's not how that happened. I'm telling y'all, that's not how that happened. If that's what you think. Y'all might think that. Baby might let Young Thug think that. That's not what happened. That's not what happened.
Calling my phone. Future. Calling Future. Like, going back and forth on the motherfucking internet. Boom. Then he turn around. He see Gunna surpassing everything in the industry. Now he calls to the street, turn everybody in the world against motherfucking Gunna. And say, oh, whatever Wham say go against. He turned Wham against Gunna. He turned everybody against her. Then
yeah, he sounds like he's an agent of chaos. Keep everybody confused so you can control them.
Baby, we go to the dentist. I'm getting my teeth. Then little baby walking me home. He happy to see me. He old thug. As he pull another evil stunt. Oh, let me call it. All that did. Everything that done happened in Atlanta, everybody going against each other. Why? Because he's been doing nothing but whole around the wall. He thought he was Pablo Escobar. He's sitting there.
Thank you, Tennessee girl. I'm like, yeah. This is like, that was before that shooting shit even. And that's why I'm saying, like, Atlanta people, y'all caught it late. Okay? Y'all caught it late. Y'all jump in on it when these niggas get to Atlanta. I'm telling you, they've been having issues since before then. So whatever this nigga talking about when it come to Wayne and Baby, That was a compounded issue, something to add on top of what was already an issue, right? Because that nigga don't like to pay people, and he was using the shit out of Wayne. And I believe for a minute, Wayne was trying to play it cool, but you could tell that he was feeling the way. And before Wayne, he had did it to everybody else, including Juvie. Niggas is just now getting back cool in the past couple of years because of that shit. Baby was handling everybody the same way. So to me, Young Thug was just being an old evil ass nigga like this dude said. But what I'm saying is Baby's relationship with Wayne is so deep that ain't no outside nigga gonna make them fall out. No, nigga already flaw. Nigga already flaw. Okay?
Like he John got us on the street. He ain't did nothing in these streets. He ain't put in no work. Woulda put in all the work. Like, none of it, you ain't do nothing on your case. Let's just say, Thug, you did make a mistake and tell. Why the fuck you ain't saying, Ghana made a mistake? So basically saying, you can make a mistake and do some shit, but Ghana can't make a mistake and do some shit. Oh, yeah. Just like you said, it ain't about you telling, it's about who told. The first thing Thug did was try to turn Birdman against Lil Wayne.
He said he tried to. I think he feel like it worked. But I'm just saying he just capitalized off an issue them niggas was already having. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, listen, niggas is mad. Niggas is going off. And here come quality control. Okay, Pierre. I ain't seen shit about Pierre in a minute. Imagine some broke ass rats like Thugger Thugger 1 and Pee Wee Rascal trying to run a rat narrative on me and all my niggas that I love running with these. What? Running with these hoes? Is that? I don't know. These hoe ass. I love wait, I'm sorry. All my niggas that I love running with these hoe ass niggas, knowing how these niggas talk about me. I'm gonna say this for the last time. I'm not no street nigga. I'm a taxpaying citizen that's running a business and taking care of it. I know that's fucking right. Stop putting my name in shit. I'm retired. Niggas always try to pull you back in. Y'all not pulling me back in. Okay, I am done. All the street niggas is broke, dead, and in jail. Why do y'all continue to glorify this shit? Streets been dead. Y'all niggas gave the city a bad name. And this is where I'm at. Like, I know I ain't never been in the streets, but I've always been adjacent to the streets. Meaning that I'm not in it, but I am aware. Okay. I might not know exactly what's going on. I don't want to know exactly what's going on. But if you tell me something, I'm not gonna be surprised. I'm not gonna be taken aback or anything. Okay. And so I just kind of feel like P is saying exactly what I think. Like, this street business been dead. The fact that y'all niggas still be fucking with it is crazy to me. And by the way, I ain't never been in no courtroom on no nigga. Sat in an interrogation room running niggas' names, and I don't speak on the dead, so I don't care enough to explain the situation. Y'all boys, the police, y'all niggas mad because y'all not me. Ooh. Had Mariah the scientist running behind a nigga that might end up getting her fucked up. And then 6ix9ine came out of, whatever basement that he's still in. And I just want to preface before we even listen to him, I want to say this. Everybody was going to tear your ass up anyway, 6ix9ine, because we don't fuck with you. And is it just me? Like, I'm speaking for the black delegation right now, okay? And speaking for the black delegation, I've been not fucking with you because, but the rest of the black delegation at some point, and sometime before or after Nicki Minaj did a song with you, we all decided that we did not like you. And so as soon as you got caught up, everybody was happy to throw that shit in your face. Everybody was happy to be like, see, this nigga snitching. Can y'all get him the fuck out of here? Like, we was just tired of seeing him, right? We was tired of seeing him. We was tired of hearing from him. We was over it. Right. And he did some shit with some kid. Right. So we was already over 6ix9ine. So by the time the story came out about him telling on people, it was just like, yeah, wrap this up. But the truth of the matter is, he's right. Like, I do think y'all should give all of that fucking energy to Jeffrey weird ass. I do. Because Jeffrey went out of his way to talk shit on Twitter, and it was annoying as fuck. Hold up. I was scrolling on TikTok last night, and Woody YSL was going off like a lunatic making threats. They need to watch out for him. For real, he ain't learned his lesson. Because a lot of these niggas that's not learning no lessons. I don't know why anybody thinks any of these niggas are learning lessons. Do you know how much work people have to do in order to fix the issues that these niggas have? Lack of self-control, lack of confidence, self-awareness, no education, just survival mode, hood life. Abuse the people that I actually can abuse because otherwise I'm being abused. Like these niggas ain't doing no work on themselves.
Yo, I just want to know where all the energy at. The Young Thug situation, I stood quiet 2 days just watching it play out. Watching what excuses the people come up with. Every day, every year, every time a nigga come out. Yeah.
Another thing, this is what I'm about to say. This nigga snitched on himself. That's why I don't nobody really care about him. 6ix9ine snitched on himself. 6ix9ine decided to be one of the first stupid fucking rap criminals to put everything on Instagram Live that he basically got caught up for. The threatening people, all of that. He did that shit all. He was literally on live, holding a phone, threatening a nigga. Like, you told on yourself. You told on yourself. So you snitching and shit, you snitched on yourself. We know you'll snitch on everybody else because you'll snitch on yourself.
I moved the goalpost further.
And nobody's moving it. We just don't like you. We don't like you. We don't like you. We don't like you. We don't like you.
Further. Oh, nah, bro, it's different. No, it's different, bro. It's different, bro. It's different. You told, like, before 12 in the afternoon. Like, that's a forbidden rule. You can't do that. No, bro, it's okay, bro, because he told after 3, like, bro, it's so easy. They tell you have the right to remain silent. Anything used against you could be used in the court of law, whatever the fuck the case is.
Don't act like you don't know the words.
They say you have the right to call an attorney right now. You spoke for 2 hours. 2 hours. It's me beating a horse. Like, I'm not saying that. Y'all heard what y'all.
I don't know why they use that Morgan Freeman ass picture of Future.
Y'all heard. Where's all the energy at? Why hear everybody quiet? Why Lil Baby, 21 Savage, Future? Why you not saying nothing? Yo, I just want to know where all the energy at. The Young Thug situation.
What you mean? Why they not saying nothing? They did not like you. That's why they was happy to ram it in your ass about this shit. For other people, it's best to stay quiet, and so we staying quiet. That's why we're self-preserving over here, nigga. Fuck you thought. Cardi B quietly beats bizarre lawsuit from Michigan inmate claiming she violated gang code by collaborating with Megan Thee Stallion. Girl, what the fuck is going on? What is really hood with y'all? Exclusive. Hold up. All Hip Hop exclusively reports that a Michigan inmate filed a bizarre lawsuit claiming Cardi B broke gang code by collaborating with Megan Thee Stallion, but the judge wasn't having it. The man who is incarcerated in Michigan accused Cardi of violating rules between rival gangs. He alleged Cardi is affiliated with the Righteous United Blood Nation while he represents the Almighty Vice Lord Nation. According to the filing, both groups reject rats, snitches, and informants. The inmate argued that Cardi's work with Megan Thee Stallion, who named Tory Lanez in a shooting investigation, went against gang principles. He also claimed Cardi used racial slurs in her music and demanded the court ban her from working with anyone who had cooperated with law enforcement. This nigga is not okay. The inmate argued that Cardi's work with Megan Thee Stallion. Okay, wait, I'm sorry, I read that one. The judge dismissed the case with prejudice, meaning it cannot be refiled. Like, it's your stupid ass out of here. The inmate is still responsible for the $350 filing fee. Good. The Michigan police officials will garnish 20% of his monthly account until paid. Good, your dumb ass. Meanwhile, Cardi remained embroiled in a civil trial with the former security guard who claimed the rapper attacked her. And I'm gonna tell y'all, this is some of the best album advertisements that anybody can get right now. Okay? Right now, today, Cardi B is getting great advertisement with these clips and packages that people are putting together, pointing out that no matter how problematic. How problematic the situation may be. I thought I was gonna find that other clip. Yeah. Oh, here go that other clip I was talking about, y'all. When I was saying that she did 2 interviews. When I was telling y'all that Reginae did 2 interviews that made me mad. This was the second one. We're gonna play this in a minute, but I just want to go back to Cardi right quick. Yeah, Cardi is gonna come out smelling like a flower in this situation. That's what it seems like, because everything I see about it is how cute she looks in her wigs and all of her funny facial expressions. And I think really the lawyer is trying to be salacious. Like, the lawyer is acting like one of those out of touch but also messy lawyers that thinks he's going to get a response out of Cardi that makes her spaz and go off by asking her these low-key inappropriate antagonistic questions on the stand, but really is just giving her opportunity to be funny and charismatic in front of people, which is exactly what she needs right now with this album coming out and the single not doing well. And as far as her being pregnant, we talked about that too. Yes, it's given she is very much pregnant. It's given she is very much pregnant right here. She's even walking slower. Yeah. Sis look pregnant. Let's move on. Let's move on from there. But that was just, a little update on what's going on with sis. Now let's go ahead and get into the thing, y'all. So I told y'all that Tamar was on some bullshit and that I didn't know what she was lying about, but she was lying about something. And if she wasn't lying, I didn't like the way she was using what happened to her in an exploitive manner. I did not like the way she stayed quiet instead of just kind of saying what the truth is, because I recognize that when people do that, they are exploiting and dragging the situation out for their own benefit. Fuck how everybody else feel. And I feel like that. Oh yeah, thank you. I'll get back to Tamar. Thank you for reminding me before I got into it. Because, girl, the way my mind working right now, bitch, I'm up here thinking about I need to go to the store so I can get me some alcohol. I want a Bloody Mary. I'm sorry, y'all. Thank you for reminding me in the comments. I really appreciate y'all for being my love, my production help. Thank you, production assistants, PAs. We appreciate you down to the BondyBlue show. Okay, here you go. T.I.'s son King compares his past feud with Ghost and Tyrese's relationship on Power. That's not the one I wanted to play. But I also feel like that's how son is living in La La Land on some slick shit. Hold up. It's got to be in my saves, y'all. It's got to be in my saves somewhere. I know I saved that dumbass shit. Because I thought if for nothing, we could come up here and laugh. Because, like, what are you talking about, King? That's not the clip, y'all. But it was King that Reginae interviewed. And I was just like, King, get away from us with this. Like, seriously, King, get away from us with this. Because it's just like, why would you even think that? Why would you say that out loud? Why would you think that? Yes, it's the Michael Jackson clip. I'm trying to find it. But let me just go back to the original. Where's the original Reginae clip? Because it'll probably be somewhere in here somewhere, maybe. But yeah, y'all, before I find the clip, here you go. Big ass teeth.
So my goal is to be bigger than Michael Jackson. And that's the goal.
You and Michael?
Nah,
I got something.
Yeah, that's my boy. That's my boy since I was a toddler. So that goal is just to keep me pushing. That goal is, you know what I'm saying? That's a goal that's not too easy. That ain't easy to reach.
This is such a disrespectful thing to say. Because I don't think you could ever be as big as your own fucking daddy, let alone Michael Jackson. I need y'all to stop talking about Michael Jackson. I know it was his birthday yesterday, but I'm really need for y'all to stop. Like, stop the comparisons. Stop saying this person is the next Michael Jackson. This person is like, no, nobody will ever be who Michael Jackson was. Nobody will ever be that big like that again. No, I don't think they will. I don't know why, but I just feel like whatever was happening in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, we are not going to get that back. Let it the fuck go. Nobody is going to be that popping again. The world don't work like that no more. And it's not just because Michael Jackson was so special. It was just because of the person, like in that time frame, like the way the music industry worked, the way he started out being in the Jackson 5, how people grew to love him. They knew the story. Listen, he said it's to keep him pushing. Yeah, and that's still fucking stupid. If you want to be pushing in a direction, because to me, I feel like if you are using something like being as big as Michael Jackson to push you, at some point you're going to be like, man, I ain't going to never be that fucking big. Let me be for real with myself. And then that might make you decide that because I'm not going to ever be that big, I don't even need to worry about it. At some point, if it gets hard, you might be like, man, fuck it. Because you didn't set your bar so fucking high that if you can't reach that bar, then you just going to quit. That could happen as well. That's why I said lower your fucking expectations and stop being delusional like that. Try to be as big as your daddy first. Because to be very clear, shout out to Roxanne, the intelligent adjacent that is his daddy is one of the best rappers to ever rap in life. Be very clear. I don't care what nobody talking about. Okay? We can argue about everything else considering these niggas. But when you really brawl it down, T.I. is one of the best rappers ever. Period. Flow, cadence, wordplay, his overall vocabulary. Like he might be intelligent adjacent, which means he pretends to be smarter than he actually is. Absolutely. But y'all gonna stop fucking playing. You need to be trying to be as big as your daddy, because even that I feel like is a damn near impossible feat for you to be as big or as great as your daddy is. Start there. And the reason why I have a problem with this, y'all, is because I feel like him even saying this is a slight to his daddy. Because if I am T.I. and I got all you raggedy ass sons, y'all better want to be like me, because I am one of, if not the most successful at entertainment. Why the fuck would you want to be Michael Jackson and not be me? It's a slight. It's a slight, y'all. That's what I think. I think what he said was to slight his daddy. And that's why we about to go back to the other clip that we saw with him and his teeth. Hold up. Hold up. There.
But I got a question though. I know you and Uncle Tip, y'all used to have like a little feud about your attitude and this and whatever. Do having your son now make you understand Uncle Tip more? And like, do y'all like, bond on a different level now since you are a father?
I mean, so the understanding with me and my dad came with time, man. Me and my dad, man.
Child, we know these niggas would never want to be like a woman. They would never want to be like their moms, because that's like being like a girl. And y'all know the worst thing a man could ever be is to be like a woman or a girl, even if that woman or that girl is fantastic.
We had a relationship. Like, it was like to the point to where he know me, I know you. But it was almost like Ghost and Tariq and Power, bro. It was like he was telling Tariq, like, nah, bro, just, put the suit on and you know what I'm saying, da-da-da. And it was like, I was telling him, like, basically, I'm going to do all that's going to come, but I'm young, bro. You got to give me time to change, bro. Like, okay. You ain't just change and throw the suit on and do all this. You had to get up out shit.
This is actually... No, Domani is really great. And Messiah, those two older sons, they are very, very talented. But this is so interesting to me that he said this. This is a really good analogy. This is a really good analogy that he used here, because that is very real, y'all. And I think that's the issue that a lot of young people, or people when they are young, have with their parents or their elders in our society, right? Because you preach things that you yourself don't follow. And it's very weird for me to see you in this duality of telling me to do one thing while you doing another. You telling me to have integrity when you don't have none. You telling me to have respect when you don't have none. And I think that's what he's speaking to. The fact that parents will ask of their children what they are not even giving them the example of. That's what I think he's really like talking about. And another thing is that I think T.I. thinks, oh, well, I made all of this money and I put you in a more comfortable lifestyle. Y'all really think that money is everything. Money is not everything. And that's because a lot of them don't want to deal with the emotional neglect that they dealt with. You know what I'm saying? T.I. and the rest of them niggas, y'all don't never want to deal with y'all's emotional neglect by y'all's parents, right? It's giving emotional neglect that you didn't deal with. And so you have these children, you give them money, but you still emotionally neglect them. Your son is rebellious because y'all neglected him in some type of way. And you want him to act like the rich boy that you thought you were raising him to be, but you weren't really there to raise him. And that's another thing. T.I. and all of the rest of the people that always say, oh, I was working, I was making sacrifices so you could have a better life. Y'all, that is such bullshit. And I wish people would stop trying to put that on their kids. With T.I. and any other celebrity, when they say that shit, because you did what you wanted to do for you. You wanted to be a celebrity. It just so happens that you nutting in a woman means you have a child. And then that child should reap the benefits of what you have worked for, because they are literally a piece of your DNA in another person. So they should reap the benefits of what you have. However, you really cannot expect for your son to be raised in a way that you did not raise him. They be leaving these little boys to tend for themselves a lot of the times. To me, I feel like, this nigga's life looks a lot like Ray J's life. His life looks a lot like Ray J's life. Okay? Where you see them being in the entertainment industry, but they're not the star. And they feel like they need to go and get some type of validation. And it seems the best way for young men to get validation in Atlanta and LA is to get into some hood shit, right? That's what it seems like to me. The validation that King could not get in the household, he go and get from the Atlanta streets. The validation that Ray J couldn't get at home, he go and get from the streets. And really, it wasn't the validation, it was the attention. Because I saw somebody pull up old clips of when Brandy had her reality show, and she was talking about how ever since she was a child, the love and the affection, Ray J got that more than her. So it gave, you coddled Ray J, and you actually raised and put all of this structure and discipline onto Brandy, which is why Brandy is the successful artist and Ray J is out here flailing for relevance. Money, yes, but not a healthy human being, not intact, not embarrassing the fuck out of y'all family. And I think that goes to show that if Sonya were home all the time, then he would have been coddled and not been in street shit, maybe. But because she was working with Brandy's career, and then when she come home, she got to make up for the fact that Ray J hasn't seen them. So now I have to shower Ray J with all of this fucking coddling that I was going to do anyway. He's never getting the attention, discipline, and structure that he needs to be successful, but y'all have money. And so people find a way to be successful. But if they are still crashing and burning in their lives, and I think Ray J is crashing and burning in his fucking life, then does it really matter how much money I got? Like if I'm online acting like somebody crashing out on drugs every other week. So yeah, y'all, this is why people need to get their children therapy. Absolutely. Because it definitely helps them deal with life. It's not about being crazy or being sick in the head or any of that crazy shit. It's about the fact that we already don't know how to cope with life. Nobody teaches the great grandchildren of slaves how to cope with life. Okay? And they don't teach Americans, period, how to really cope with life. This is a business masquerading as a country.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I understand the frustration. I understand everything. But the thing is with him, what he was doing was he thought he was doing better by so I see what he's doing. He's going on the internet saying, no, you're not this. You're not this. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to him saying, bro, why you doing that? Why you even doing that? He like, bro, the point is to make them think that you're not this. That's the whole goal. And so I'm like, all right, cool, that's cool, but you ain't gotta go rewrite stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're giving people the perspective of something that you and I know it's not. Mm-hmm. So it's like,
you know why? Because you don't realize yet you still living in street nigga land. In street nigga land, my dad getting online and saying, I'm not this, I'm not that, meaning I'm not hood, I ain't street, I'm coddled, I've been in the house. You telling them people that is making them think I'm soft. And now you making it so that I have to go out in the street and prove a point to people by telling them that. That's what King is saying. What his daddy's stupid ass is saying is that even if you are that, you don't want everybody to know you're that, because you see how all of these niggas who claim to be that are going to jail, right? So even if you are that, you can't get out here and let people think that. But at the same time, if it depends on who you're talking to. T.I. is talking about the federale hood. You don't want the federale hood to think you're really doing shit. But he's talking about the niggas in Atlanta that he has to come into contact with that are attempting to try him based off of who he is alone. That's what I think. And I also think it's not that he's slow, y'all. He's not living in the real world. Like, he's not living in a world where you have to deal with some of these things. That's why I think he had that baby. He got arrested. He's calming down because you realize you too little and too light-skinned to want to be going in and out of jail and all of this shit. That's not safe for you, King. Okay? You is not a big nigga. I don't care how hard you think you are. But I believe that what King is saying is you got online and acted like I was soft. And you telling people I'm soft is going to put me in more danger. And I'm going to have to show people that I'm not soft because you've now said it to everybody. That's what he's saying. And I think what T.I. doesn't understand is because your fucking daddy wasn't nowhere around when you was rapping. Nobody was around to try to tell you that. So you were able to create your street shit, go through what you needed to go through. You need to talk to him differently. You need to talk to him differently. Try to get to him in another way. But low-key, I feel like his parents like embarrassing him. I think it's something low-key, I think a lot of parents resent their children. If their children didn't grow up struggling, they resent them, and you low-key want to make him look soft because you feel offended that he think he rough, knowing that he didn't come from what you came from, which is straight up survival mode. You know what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense to everybody. But this is how the juxtaposition between the life you live and the life you promote, why those things need to align. Right. It's a Nepo baby problem as well. Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Like, T.I. as a rapper, as a nigga that, you and your wife caught cases and got jail time. You cannot get on the internet and tell everybody that your son is soft and then also expect him to be able to go out into the street and not get into shit with people. Yeah, they take a lot of pleasure in humbling him. Low key, and I know I know y'all hate when I be like this because I do care about the kids, y'all. Bondi cares about the kids, okay? Bondi and Martin love the kids, okay? We don't have to have them in order to love them. We can love them from afar, and we can really remember what it was like to be a kid and look at the way y'all handle y'all kids all the time. Like, T.I. and Tiny, I feel like was never really worrying about them kids like that. They was never really worrying about them kids like that. And now that they're all older, you want them to continue to act like you was there every day helping them with fucking homework, and you weren't. So yeah, y'all, pray for the kids. We'll see. We'll see what type of man King turns out to be. We'll see. But, I hope he figures it out for himself. Because I imagine that it's not easy being the children of them people. I don't care what nobody say. I imagine it is not easy to be the child of any of these Atlanta celebrity people, but specifically T.I. and Tiny. I don't think it's easy to be their kid.
allow this person to bully me.
All right, y'all ready? We ready. We getting into Tamar, everybody. Y'all ready? Y'all like the video? It's way more people in here than I thought I was going to get on a Saturday. Hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Okay, hype me up. Now, let me get into this Tamar thing again. I know that people are, oh, Tamar, you know, sister, and oh, Funky Dineva, you know, messy. Listen. I'm trying to be as objective as I possibly can in this situation, okay? And I'm seeing what a lot of other people are saying, but I'm telling y'all right now, I am not on Tamar's side if we're picking sides. I don't care what none of y'all talking about. I can call anybody out for anything if I feel like what they doing is some weird shit. This is not one of them times. I do not feel like this is a funky thing. And I low-key forgot about him trying to interview her and her not showing up. And it makes me feel like you are one of those passive-aggressive people that pretend you cool with somebody, and then you continuously do little shit to show them that you really don't fuck with them and you just want to get back at them for something. Like, that's what it feels like. It feels like you want to act like you was cool with him. Oh, we gonna have a party, da-da-da-da. And then you just wait for the opportunity to fuck over them or hang them out to dry. And in your mind, you telling yourself, well, you said what you said about me, so I don't see why.
It eat me up.
So yeah, let's start. Let's start with what she was saying online. I think this was Thursday night. And I told y'all, because I came to y'all on my page and I showed y'all that her ass was out here at somebody's performance. Vivian Green was performing. What's your girl name was there? The other singer that she cool with that was also in the video. Y'all know who I'm talking about. She was there as well. So they were all out. And common sense tells most of us that if your nose was broke within the last, I want to say 10 days, you would still have bruising under your eyes, your nose. If you just got teeth replaced within the last week, wouldn't you still be a little bit swollen? Wouldn't your face still be a tad bit fucked up? I almost feel like, Nivea, thank you. When did you fall, bitch? When did you fall? Because when I was looking at that video yesterday of the dentist, I was like, that could have been the teeth. Like, that could have been pictures from when you went and got veneers. The pictures that she showed us of her teeth, those could have been pictures that she had taken when she replaced her veneers or something. That didn't necessarily have to be from the situation that she said it was from. She started it by coming to us and telling us that she woke up in a pool of blood and almost died and all of that. That right there was you trying to capitalize off the moment and get attention. Anytime something fucked up happened to you, you want to try to exploit it and get attention off of it because you're desperate. And you really haven't done the work to secure yourself internally. So you're looking for attention anywhere you can get it. Empathy anywhere you could get it. Sympathy anywhere you could get it. She's one of them women that always get in toxic relationships so that they can always later be crying about how some nigga did them wrong. So I was not rushing to believe anything Tamara said. I still don't understand what the fuck going on, but based on how people look when they do have teeth removed and a broken nose and all of this shit, it would have took you way longer to get your shit together than just a few days.
I have allowed this person to bully me and eat me up. And the truth is, What
do you mean bully you? What do you mean bully you like that? I hate that. I hate y'all that virtue signaling bullshit. Bitch, you the one that came out with this story and that man asked you to tell people that he didn't do anything to you and you did not do it until he threatened you and then you took it down. And why did you take it down? You took it down and unfollowed the nigga. And it could have been over when you posted the apology in the stories. It could have been over and left alone. But no, you had to make yourself a victim even in a situation where you did him wrong. Then you come out and say, oh, I paid for his birthday party. I paid for everything. Girl, we're going to get into it. But let's listen to what she said because I didn't listen to none of this.
The hospital. And the people want me to go back to the hospital, but I don't want to go.
Is she crying?
It's been very hard. I love drama. So, okay, well, what's the drama? What's the drama that I did? Somebody gotta tell me. What is the drama? Tell me what is the drama? What is the drama? All I know is I went to bed and I woke up and my life changed. And I probably
How did your life change? How did your life change? Can somebody tell me? Getting your teeth fucked up and replaced me, your life changed? Somebody tell me.
I shouldn't have said nothing, but I panicked because I was scared and I was alone.
You told us that your friend found you. Your friend found you. So why were you alone if your friend found you? That don't make no sense.
And I was in pain. And that's it. I don't have to lie. I have money. I have success. I don't have to lie about anything. Y'all have allowed this person. What did that person tell you? That their birthday party I paid for?
I can't heal one.
So if I was a shitty friend, so why what roll out? It was a coincidence. I didn't go to bed and wake up and my life changed.
Didn't she just say that she went to bed, woke up, and her life changed? Bitch, I am confused. Wait a minute.
I'm a Muppet. Y'all look like a Muppet. I don't know what person who doesn't need to be in the hospital be in the hospital for 5 days. You know, I wish I would have known, if I'm being honest. Because I heard that somebody told me that he was showing text, so now I can show a text. And please don't, I blocked you. I don't engage. I'm not going to say your name. Just don't talk about me. I don't want anything else to do with you.
So you could get up here and continue to talk and talk about him, but he can't talk about you. Got it. I love a whole, you know, I could do it, but you can't do it as bitch. I love that. I love that.
You're not my friend. Okay, you don't like me. I'm a Muppet. I'm a snagger too. You're right. I'm a snagger too. I have teeth, but I can't chew. Can you imagine how that feels? I'm a Muppet. Y'all look like a Muppet. I'm a Muppet. I'm a Muppet, and I like.
You can't chew, but you online talking to us, girl.
Drama, although I was in the hospital. I'm trying to figure out how did I get in drama and I'm in the hospital.
The drama was even telling us about what happened without telling us what happened. That was the drama, Tamar. That was the drama.
I'm a Muppet. Y'all look like a Muppet. And I can't feel. This is like tingling.
And I want y'all to know that when I go to sleep, the outside of my arms and my fingers always tingling. It's because I was sleeping on them. Ever since I've been working out and like doing a lot of, you know, working out on my arms and shit. Sometimes if I don't stretch them good enough when I go to sleep, girl, them hoes be dead and they be tingling. And I have to wake up and move my 2 outer fingers. Girl, what that mean?
That's not, I don't do drugs, but people do drugs. I don't do drugs.
So she's denying because he said he insinuated that she took a pill and passed out. And now she's saying she don't take drugs. And I'm like, why would you say you don't take drugs when you had a whole bunch of surgery? Wouldn't you at least be on painkillers? Hello.
In kind. I don't do cocaine.
Tamar Braxton share.
Oh, shit. Damn. Let me go back.
Also recommended that Tamar Braxton.
And I can't feel. This is like tingling. That's not, I don't do drugs, but people do drugs. I don't do drugs of any kind. I don't do cocaine. You should ask people if they do cocaine. I don't do cocaine. I've never done it in my life. So Mendices did the video because I want him to tell his own story. You know, I don't really like telling people's story. You should ask Mendices. And that's not my man. We're not together. And never have. But it is my friend. But y'all know boys are always my friends. And I can't feel.
Okay, so now she's saying she wasn't really fucking with Mendices. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm willing to believe that girl, look, I can believe that she's not fucking with Mendices because I don't find Mendices at all like sexual. I don't know.
What's the drama? All I know is I went to bed and I woke up and my life changed.
Girl, when I tell you I cannot. So that's what she said. He said, you didn't pay anything for me. The sign and the sparkler said Tamar. I didn't even want to be there. The whole internet saw the fact that I didn't even want to be there. I hate the club. I was trying to go home. You begged me to come. I'm not the rest of them folks you be with. I pay what I weigh every time we go out. I always pull my card out and pay because I never wanted you or anyone else to think I needed or wanted anything from you. You wanted to go to V12. You drank them people liquor, so you paid for it. Ain't that how it goes? Anyway, I got one implant and the right side of my face was swollen for 4 days. Your whole mouth fell out and your nose caved in. Yet here you are making appearances in videos. I love when the lies take care of themselves. Them paid that Spanish lady to lie. You did 4 days in the hospital and had oral surgery to fix all your teeth. And now you are in perfect condition to appear in public with no bruising or swelling. If it's all true, then I'm Britney Spears. What y'all grilling this weekend? Girl, I'm making some stuffed bell peppers. That's what I'm gonna make. But yeah, and then he said in her next act, she's gonna start acting like she's about to hurt herself. Because she came out and said that fuck it. Y'all won. There is no more album, and I'm going to my farm, and you will never hear from me again. I'm sorry for everything. Where is it? Like, so this came out 2 hours ago. Let me see. When did she post? When did Tamara post this? When was this? This was posted. I can't tell which post came first, girl. I can't tell which post came first, but I'm gonna tell you this. She's so full of shit to me. This is so full of shit to me. You started all of this shit. You started all of this when you came online and told us what happened, but didn't tell us what happened. That was one thing. Everybody starts thinking Funky has something to do with it because there is a sect of Black women on the internet that are, I believe, extremely homophobic, and they love to tussle with gay men. And, you know, it's always a gay man is the nemesis. And even though I do have my feelings about some of these men, I have my feelings about niggas, period. But I also have my issues with some of you bitches. And I'm just talking about in general. So I do case by case basis with people. And yes, people do fit stereotypes sometimes, but I'm a case by case basis type person. Okay. So with this laid out at my desk, I'm going to just go ahead and tell y'all, Tamar came out with the bullshit initially by telling us about the shit without telling us what happened. Funky is being accused by a whole bunch of weirdos. You could have just said that's not what happened, but you didn't because you wanted to milk it. You wanted to milk the publicity for the EP. Everybody asking if you fucking with Mendices, wondering if he had something to do with why your fucking teeth was missing. And then you put the video out all early. And I guess that proves to us that you really not fucking with Mendices. Fine. It was just a performance, girl. He needed to make a little bit of money because he about to leave Yandy. And we know Yandy pay all the bills. And he not trying to go back to the federale hood. So he need to work. So you gave your friend a job, right? Because you friends with a nigga that's disrespectful to women and a misogynist. So you friends with him, which is also weird as fuck. But whatever. Just because like some nigga that's cheating on his old lady and you sitting up there down to the bar talking about that's my friend. Okay, girl, you must not like Yandy. Yandy must have pissed you off at some point for you to even be coming to us like this. Either way, you bring the EP shit out. Then all of this stuff start going on with Funky. He got to beg you to apologize after you've been posting in your fucking stories like a victim all day, aggravating the shit out of everybody. Shit not making sense because now we think you lying. Then the video comes out from the dentist showing us that all your teeth was fucked up, but we don't know how it happened. The doctor talking about, oh, she was sleepwalking. Okay, then why do we see you the next day out and about, out on the town, bitch? Why are we seeing you the next day out on the town not looking like any of the shit that you just told us that you went through. Like, this does not look like any of the shit that you just told us that you went through. This does not look like that. You look good. You look like you just had some type of surgery. Your face look tighter. The teeth do look different. The titties are sitting up nice. You look like you might have got something done around the stomach area, little lipo, little tuck, little pull, but you look very refreshed, bitch. So I don't know what you did because I don't know. I'm not in your business like that. But this don't make no sense to me for you to hop out the hospital, 3 teeth missing, all 3 of them. And this, and I do understand, yes, everybody, you know, oh, Funky's messy, Funky's dramatic, Funky's fucked up too. And to me, I'm like, what does that have to do with this specific situation? And that's what I'm saying about case by case basis. If we was talking about another situation where Funky was wrong, then we would be talking about that. That's not what the fuck we talking about. We're talking about this issue with Tamar. And this issue with Tamar is, instead of saying something, you sat on your fucking hands and you could have said something and you didn't. And then you deleted the response that was supposed to correct the situation. You deleted it and then you blocked them as if you didn't really mean it from jump. And then he said it was like pulling fucking teeth to get you to get up there and even post a story. So based on that logic, you're an asshole to me. You came out and told us about the story. You the one that's making us feel like you fucking lying. You the one that didn't correct the situation off rip when people was questioning if Funky did something to you. You the one that deleted the apology once it was all said and done and blocked the nigga and then started putting all these subliminals in your story trying to make yourself look like a victim. So I'm very confused about why everybody is always trying to put people on level playing field when you did something to somebody else. Tamar did something to Funky in this situation. Y'all could keep trying to make it seem, oh, they both. They could be both black people, both humans, both bisexuals. Bitch, they could be both a lot of shit. What does that have to do with this situation? They ain't got nothing to do with this. We could deal with Funky being fucked up at another juncture. This is not that time. In my opinion. She's the one that's repeatedly lying. And I'm not gonna lie. At first, I felt like, Funky, you could have just ignored them fucking people, because who cares? But videos talking about, oh, he could have possibly have almost tried to kill. Like, y'all jump off the porch with the shit that y'all talk about on social media. And then y'all act like everybody has to be Beyonce and be quiet and not say nothing about it all of the time. And I just kind of feel like that's not fucking fair. If I ask you to set a record straight because I'm bothered by what these people saying, you can't fucking tell me how to feel about people saying that I could have done something to this girl and I would never. That's weird. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if I was in Funky's situation and I came out and said that shit ain't never fucking happened, and I don't know why this bitch ain't tell y'all that I ain't did shit to her, and y'all got mad at me about it, I tell all y'all to kiss my ass. Because you're not the person that the lie is being told on, so you can act like it's not a big deal to you. But to me, I don't want no story out there ever of me hurting somebody and they woke up and don't know what the fuck happened to them. Not in this ditty ass climate. That's what I'm saying. And exactly. Got all kind of partnerships and brand deals and shit. No, I don't need anybody out there thinking that I hate black women enough to drug and have one waking up in a puddle of blood. Like, no, I don't need y'all to feel that way about me. Yes, I might say, Blue Ivy got nappy hair and have to apologize for a decade after. Yes, but that don't mean I'm going to drug somebody and have them waking up in a pool of blood. And that's what the insinuation was. So yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. People can say whatever the fuck they want to say, but from my vantage point, from my desk, she started this bullshit. She's always doing bullshit like this. And I hate when y'all act like social media people, content creators, we always have to be quiet and take some fucking moral high ground while people are slinging us against a proverbial fucking wall. Like, no, I tell y'all all the time, I may not always get in everybody's ass, but the days that I do, bitch, you gonna let me and stop virtue signaling to me in the comments, talk about how you wish I would just stop responding to people. Bitch, when you could stop responding to every time somebody do something to you, then we could have a conversation. Because people don't understand that the very shit that they're asking of other people, that they should be asking that same shit of themselves. Don't come in my comments telling me about what you wish I would have done if you don't know what the fuck you would do in that situation. And most of y'all will never fucking know because you don't have 1,000 people talking to you on your phone every day. And guess what? You're lucky, bitch. You're lucky you don't have thousands of people saying crazy shit to you on your phone every day. It is nerve-wracking some days. Bitch, don't let me be on my period. I'm upset. Y'all on my phone acting like it's weird for me to talk about old shows and shit. Your dumb ass off my shit. Your dumb ass off my line. Y'all always want people to take the high road, and that's not always what we gonna do, love. That's not gonna always be the response. I'll be flawed. The Lord will be with me, bitch. I will be flawed, and the Lord will be with me. Because if you don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with you. Thank you, Banshee Baby, for another super chat. They calling them YSTEL now. Them niggas is fibbing, okay? Sister Crab, let's talk comment. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Oh, what that say? Anthony coming for you. Thank you for the super chat. Little update, Bondi. I'm gonna take your advice about the Nola Punk I'm jocking and leave it alone, girl. I'm not trying to be treated like a soybean burger, bitch. He live in a whole other state anyway. Yeah, leave that alone. Now, you know, if you want to have a little conversation, a little text message, you know, ain't nothing wrong with a little convo. But if you can't trust yourself not to fall on toxic dick, back on out. Okay? But you know, everything ain't got to be all or nothing. All due respect, it is like being a celebrity. Content creators make their money off of engagement. Can't get mad when the public engages. It's not that. Nobody's getting mad about engagement. And I think that that's such a capitalist, dehumanizing way to think about this. We like Funky said, I'm gonna get up here and make my money. Y'all can feel however y'all want to feel about that. It's not about the engagement. But yeah, no, I'm sorry. I do think that y'all should be responsible for the way y'all engage. You can engage all you want to, but you are responsible for the way you engage. So if you say some shit, you're gonna get a comment back. Nobody said don't engage, but if you engage with me, like you think you're not gonna get a response, boom, bow, surprise, bitch, you might get a response. So don't comment on public pages and say antagonistic shit if you don't want people to curse you the fuck out. We can all keep playing that game. But I've been doing this long enough to feel like I'm not about to keep doing this with y'all. Just because I like what I do and I enjoy being a content creator does not mean that you can just dump on me. And I think a lot of y'all don't realize this, but that's what people do to content creators. Those of us that get up here and talk and share our opinions and do, you know, this is some brave shit to put yourself out here like this, right? No matter how y'all feel about it. The way people talk to us as if we're not real people, the way people engage with us sometimes as if we're just like an empty pit for their negative emotions that day. Like people do this. People literally hate their job, hate their life, get on their phone and start having antagonistic arguments with people because they're miserable. On the other side of the phone is a real fucking person that was just doing their job that day. And now they got to deal with a whole bunch of people saying outlandish, disrespectful, fucked up, unequal shit to whatever I was talking about. You tripping out right now. How many times do we have to talk about people being threatened, to be killed and all of this type of shit because of something they said on the internet? Like, No, I'm not gonna keep doing this with y'all. No, I'm not in prison to this shit. I don't have to like the way you engage with me just because I want engagement. That don't mean I have to like the way you engage with me. No, I don't. Okay. I love y'all for real. But a lot of people are weird. A lot of people have their own agendas when it comes to this shit, especially when it comes to the other content creators. Everybody has an agenda sometimes. People want to go viral. They want their videos to get a lot of clicks and views. And a lot of the times they will say like just inflammatory shit because it is going to get clicks and views, regardless of how true, untrue, or problematic it may be. It is what it is. But we're going to talk about, how I feel about it, period. Okay? We're going to talk about how I feel about it, period. Period. Okay? But yeah, no, I didn't even see all of the stuff that people were saying about Funky because I don't follow a lot of them people. So, or if I do follow them, I don't watch all of their content enough for all of that. These celebs gave their thoughts of all said wanting all men to never get married. Oh, we gotta see this before I get out of here because I do love me some Anthony Hamilton. Come on home to me, Charlene. I want a dirty martini and I want a Bloody Mary. I really want a Bloody Mary. Lyric gonna have to make me a Bloody Mary if he's not trying to leave the house. Hold up, y'all. Let's do this. All right, so y'all know Offset on the internet telling people not to get married because he's a bitter baby daddy. Here we go.
Recently, the rapper Offset was on a podcast and he stated that he wouldn't get married again. What's your take on marriage? Because he's also encouraging others to probably never get married because people are just temporary. Do you agree, disagree, and why?
I disagree. I was married to an amazing woman. We have 3 beautiful kids, and it wasn't bad. It was good. There was a security in it. There's a covering that you get in a marriage with someone who has your heart and your best interest. And I think that unity is powerful in a spiritual way. And it's just picking. You have to choose a marriage based off of something that's really real, and choose a marriage based on love and a connection that fits you. But if it's just something that's just to be doing it, then you may not have the best results. So, not saying that's what they did, but for anyone, I think a marriage is...
Recently,
I've been married for 21 years, so I have no idea. It's been working out for me. Maybe I can't even say get to know somebody before you marry them. Me and my wife got married 8 months into our relationship, so I have no room to talk, and I also don't really weigh in on other people's marriages because mine is fine. Whatever works, you know what I mean? Every situation is different. Every relationship is different. I have no idea. I have no idea how mine is still working, but it's going. I've been married for 21 years, so I have no
This nigga, y'all invited this nigga somewhere?
Man, I really want to say no comment. You know what I'm saying? Like, really what I would say to each person and everybody out there watching this is to do what y'all want to do. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can't really go off of other people's opinions or what they got to say or their experiences. You know what I'm saying? You got to experience love on your own. If you want to try marriage out, try it out. You get what I'm saying? So that's my advice.
Whatever you do it all the way though. Don't be fake. Keep it real. Be honest. Be transparent. And if that's what you're about, then get married. If it's not what you're about and you know yourself, that's not the type of person you are, then don't play with somebody. Don't waste nobody's time. Whatever you do.
I mean, I fuck with Seth, you know what I'm saying? But my perspective is that the black community is falling behind financially because no group has ever ascended to collective wealth without strong families. And that's not to say that a family is beholden upon marriage, but the numbers are pretty clear, that as black people get married less and have less unified families, the wealth gap increases. So I think it's important above all to strive for unified black families. I mean,
I like what he said. However, I don't think that I don't live in a space anymore where I feel like this is about making sure that the Black community is doing capitalism the right way. I agree with what he said about the truth of the matter is they do build wealth through family. That is how wealth is built a lot of the times. After being off the back of slaves, it is on the back of women, family. Okay. So I do agree. I did not talk about Kendra's interview. I didn't watch it. But my problem with that is that I feel like y'all need to find different ways to make family happen, because imprisoning women is not working. Like trying to trick women, trying to turn women into maiden mattresses and mules for the sake of a family. Yeah, that's not working. So we can't go backwards. We need to envision something new. And I know everybody has a hard time with imagination when it comes to their lives, because people have been beating your imagination out of you since you were a child. But we need to reimagine what it means to have family, to have tribes, to have a community. We need to reimagine it, because I don't think any of us have seen, in America anyway, good versions of it. Because a man and a woman, it does not automatically mean a family that's going to make money. It doesn't mean those things necessarily. And I think that instead of everybody worrying about getting married, you need to be worrying about self-evolvement, not in a selfish way, not in a individualistic way, but in a, I need to work on myself, because if I can't be a better version of myself, then family doesn't work. Money isn't made. Community isn't built if it's a whole bunch of broken people hanging on to each other, trying to create something that they can't create because, yes, exactly, slavery, racism, the way, I mean, child, Reaganomics, I always take it back to Reagan, because the ways in which we were growing stopped when Reagan put a lot of things into place. They basically bailed out a whole bunch of rich people, took a whole bunch of welfare off the table during the Reagan years. That fucked up a lot of wealth that was happening in the country. People don't like to admit that. But everybody's broker now. Everybody, not just us, everybody. But yeah, I don't like y'all always promoting marriage, because I do feel like, hey, Diva, like Diva said, it's a trap. For most women, marriage is a fucking trap.
I would just say make sure it's the right person. If you do, want to take that leap, I wouldn't say rush into it, because it is a big decision. But man, if you do find that right person that feels like they make you better, you thinking about them when you go to sleep, you thinking about them when you wake up, you in the car ride, and you want them to be by your side. You might want to give them a call to make them your bride. I don't know. It's up to you. You decide. I would just, you gotta try it again.
You better turn that shit into a song. We do not want to hear what King Combs has.
Different strokes for different folks. I think marriage is for some people, and I think for some people it's not. Like I put it like this: everybody I know that's married, they said don't do it. So, that's just for married people. I've never been married, so I don't know.
Interested in this?
Okay, listen. Everybody I know say don't do it. You know why? Because it isn't necessary. That's why a lot of us that have done it, it's not because we necessarily always regret it, but it's because it's unnecessary. Once you've done it, you realize how unnecessary it is. Okay? And that really people should just be working on themselves in relationships. Versus the idea of accomplishing some goal, like getting married. Again. I love y'all for real. But every time you old niggas decide y'all are gonna color y'all hair, I get so disappointed. I'm actually glad that DJ Paul it hasn't been married, since he's a dog that nobody can trust. Sounds like he knows himself. I ain't got time for this, but I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Chris, why are you coloring your hair, Chris? My life never be the same. I get it. Y'all know I don't trust Michael Jackson, so this is not a safe space for all you Michael Jackson fans. Because y'all, I'm sorry, Michael Jackson doesn't have a halo over his head. So anytime I see Chris Tucker talking about Michael Jackson, I'm always like, side-eyeing them two niggas. You know the song, nigga, sing it. Be alright, girl. Not perfect. You ain't even do a kick, Chris. That was disappointing. I ain't even see a kick. Anyway, y'all. That's all I got for y'all. I'm getting off of here. I gave y'all 2 hours on a Saturday. Okay? Ever since I can remember, I've been popping my collar. Popping my collar. Ever since I could remember, I've been these hoes on it. Okay, listen, I'm fucking up the lyrics. Don't worry about it. I love you guys. I hope you have a great Labor Day weekend. Thank y'all so much for joining me. Thank you. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Yeah, y'all. Thank y'all for coming through. Bye, y'all.